All right, let's get right into it. This isn't some motivational pep talk. This is an intervention. This is for you, the person who is capable, ambitious, the one who knows exactly what they should be doing, and yet you're not.
You knew it last Monday. You knew it on January 1st. And that's the part that should really bother you. This isn't about a lack of knowledge or some missing secret. It's about a choice, an invisible, consistent choice you keep making day in and day out.
I want you to think back 5 years. Seriously. Picture the blueprint you had for your life, for your business, the version of you that was supposed to be in charge by now. Now, look at where you are today. See that space between them? That gap isn't bad luck. It has a cause, and we're about to put a name to it.
Look, it's not laziness, it's not the market, it's not some grand failing, it's just this. At every single fork in the road, big or small, your biology has reached for the easier path. And the truly terrifying part? You probably didn't even notice it was happening.
Now, before your defenses go up and you start telling me all the hard things you do, I want you to understand something. This is not about a flaw in your character. This is about neuroscience. It's about how your brain's entire reward system has been quietly and systematically hijacked.
You see, dopamine is the currency of motivation, and it operates from a baseline. Meaningful, hard work, that gives you a healthy, sustainable release. But our world, the instant food delivery, the endless social media feeds, it's giving you these massive, unearned dopamine hits for zero effort. This jacks your baseline way up, and your brain's entire stock market gets repriced. Suddenly, real effort feels worthless. I mean, just look at this. Put it side by side. Writing a business plan is a massive effort-based reward. But when your brain can get an instant chemical party from a 10-second video clip, well, the hard work just doesn't stand a chance anymore, neurologically speaking. The easy stuff has hijacked your entire motivation circuit.
So what does this actually look like in a real life? What's the real-world cost of this broken reward system? Well, it's not some big, dramatic explosion. It's a slow, quiet death by 1,000 cuts, a gradual erosion of potential. And I want to tell you a quick story about a guy named Marcus.
Marcus was the real deal. He had the hunger, the talent, the drive. I mean, this was the guy in the gym at 5 a.m., building businesses while still in his teens. His own mentor said he was the single most gifted person he'd seen in over a decade. This guy was absolutely built for something extraordinary.
So what happened to Marcus? Nothing. That's the tragedy. No big catastrophe. He just got comfortable. The 5 a.m. workouts became 7 a.m. The hard business books got replaced with podcasts about discipline. You see the difference? He stopped doing the work and started consuming content about the work. Every choice was a reasonable compromise that asked just a little bit less of him.
By his late 20s, Marcus was doing fine. You know, a good job, nice apartment, but he felt like he was watching his own life from behind a pane of glass. He wasn't a failure, but in 1,000 tiny, reasonable choices for comfort, he had quietly abandoned the person he once promised himself he would become.
And here's the lesson from Marcus's story. He thought he was choosing comfort. What he was actually doing with every single small choice was taking out a high-interest loan from his future self. So let me be perfectly clear. Easy is not free. It is a debt that you will pay your future with compounding interest.
Okay, so that's the diagnosis. And yeah, it's a bit bleak, but we are not here to admire the problem. We're here to fix it. And you can't just try harder to get out of a biological trap. You need to retrain your nervous system. And for that, you need specific tools.
Now here's the secret. High performers don't just accidentally run into more hardship. They deliberately choose it. They hunt for it. Your Voluntary Suffering Ratio, or VSR, is a metric. It's a way to measure how much available discomfort you're actively choosing to take on, sending a signal to your brain that says, I am the kind of person who doesn't take the easy way out.
So how do you raise your VSR? You start tracking it. For mental friction, that means instead of clearing out the easy emails first thing, you tackle that investor update you've been dreading. For emotional friction, instead of sending a passive-aggressive text, you pick up the phone and have that hard conversation with your business partner. You choose the friction on purpose.
Okay, here's your first tool. That resistance you feel when you're about to start something hard, that's not about the task itself. It's the activation energy. The 5-minute ignition is how you hack it. You make one non-negotiable deal with yourself. I will do this for just 5 minutes. Then you physically move your body and start, because action creates the right thinking, not the other way around. And the second tool, this is the most important one.
You will never, ever consistently do hard things if it conflicts with your identity. So stop trying to be more disciplined. Instead, you adopt a new, non-negotiable policy. I am someone who does not negotiate with myself. When the alarm goes off, the debate is over. It lasts 0 seconds. You get up. That policy becomes your identity.
So it all comes down to this, a choice. And I want you to see right now 2 versions of your future. Both of them are real. Both are completely available to you. And the only thing that separates them are the choices you're going to make in the next 24 hours.
On one side, you've got the future of comfort. It's the slow, quiet widening of that gap until one day you wake up and feel the crushing weight of the person you failed to become. And on the other side, the future of choice. It starts small, tonight. It's not a grand gesture. It's 5 minutes of doing the hard thing, sending that signal that you are not up for debate. Look, you're here because some part of you knows you're capable of so much more, and that part of you is right. But knowing it and choosing it are 2 completely different things. At the end of the day, your intentions are meaningless. The universe doesn't care what you plan to do. Only your actions count.
Let's be very clear. The system that produces a life of comfort is already running on autopilot. It requires nothing from you. The only thing that can interrupt it is your deliberate, conscious choice to do something hard. So, what's it going to be? Which future will you choose?